It's the Cable MTGO Show.
Is this the worst pack one of all time? No. If I was in the mood to draft red, Bone Crusher Giant is like a medium card. Not a card you're looking to pack one, pick one, but it's a totally fine card. And the Turok's totally fine. Lotus Petal fits in a lot of decks. It is underwhelming, though. And there's a few ones that just like shouldn't be in the cube, I think. This one's even getting cut. Hello, hello. A little bit more exciting. If we started Bone Crusher Giant, we'd be on team, of course. Since we started Lotus Petal, we're looking at Balance or Narset. Or Narset try to wheel Balance, huh? I'm just gonna do the Balance. Ooh, here's some options. How do I feel about Serum Visions and such? For the longest time, it was impossible to get enough cantrips in cube. They're usually not the worst filler cards, Serum Visions and Consider and such. And if you're playing cards that, like Delve, for example, Delve cards, you kind of need cards that go to your graveyard like that. So it's a matter of what you want to support. Yeah, think about Teferi, Wrath, and Ballista here. Let's grab Teferi. Something to ramp into with my talismans. Artifact stuff? Maybe. Might just be a control deck here. Or an artifact-esque control deck. Balance makes me want to play like a bunch of talismans and like one-man artifacts and whatever, but we don't have to be like a full-on Academy deck. We can like throw some counters and other sweepers in. I might take Talisman over Thopter Foundry. It is our talisman after all. A little fountain action. How's the Cuban been? We just went 2-1 with a Strip Mine based deck. I was just talking about you. Thinking about top. If we ended up with Mentor, I'd be happy with top. Is another way to store a card and play before you balance too. I might grab Relic here. Pretty sweet if we end up with some counter spells, I'm gonna grab the Daze here. The one counter I can't play off my Relic. Sweet that it wheeled though, Maybe that Wrath is gonna wheel too. Espresso and tonic water. Don't love that. Can you just get carbonated cold brew already? That sounds way better. Like nitro cold brew. Suppose. Oh, did we see Stoneforge Mystic earlier? We're probably not playing this Cauldron. I can't remember if that was this pack or previous draft. My brain's melting. More difficult to home make nitro cold brew. Well, you just buy it you buy it by the can. You don't think nitro is necessarily carbonated? I swear I've had nitro carbonated coffee. Nitro bubbles are smaller than carbon dioxide, so it's not literally carbonation. Great. What a useful thing to care about. Alright, I'm gonna grab Swords, because this card rocks. And we're drafting kind of a control-ish deck here. I think I'm taking Mana Leak. I like Path, but I think we're leaking, huh? A little leak action. Whoever took the Foundry in pack 1's gonna be happy, Hell yeah. Got our win condition on lock now. Nitrogenated stuff tastes flat and feels creamy. You personally hate it. The Nitro Coffee I had, I liked Dees. But I've only had it with coffee. If we'd taken that top earlier, I'd be on Mentor. But since we did not, I'm going to take this upheaval, just in case. There's a Nitro Pepsi. The first few sips are great, like an ice cream float. After that, it tastes like flat Pepsi. Oh, great. If you've had a Guinness, you've had a Nitro beer. Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, mountain action. Just gonna take Solitude. Yeah, right east. That's a good way to compare it. Like a coffee version of Guinness. Yum. I don't think I want this Mother of Runes. I wonder if this coveted jewel is interesting. There's a mountain plains over there. If you want to think about it for making fourth easier. If we get to untap with a coveted jewel, then it's really good for upheaval. But if you lose it immediately, it's pretty bad. Also another red source for fourth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should be into this card or not. With this start. Ooh. Hell yeah, Chubb. Suppose I want this. I kind of want the Dam. I kind of want another sweeper. The Wrath of God didn't wheel, so this might be my last chance. I did want the Chalice, though. Solid chance we don't end up playing the upheaval, but it's still within our range currently. Get like 2-3 more ramp spells. The issue with upheaval in this style of controlling deck is we might face people where upheaval is like better for them for us. If they have a bunch of Moxen and stuff. Yeah, not a terrible start here. Fourth splash looking pretty free, huh? We got like 3 red sources between the Relic and the couple of duels. Get a fetch in there. What am I looking for in pack 3? More of the same. Some Moxen would be hot. Hell yeah, Dyko. Not just any blue-white control. Blue-white splash fourth. The best kind of blue-white control. Ooh. Outside chance we don't play this Mentor. If we do end up playing upheaval, though, it's one of the better things to play. Post-heaval. As you replay your shit. You got it, Marioc. Yeah, Soul Ring would be our best open by far. Followed by On-Color Moxen. And then Blue Power, and then Black Lotus. Black Lotus I have higher than a lot of those cards in some archetypes, but here the temporary mana is less good. Still be awesome, of course. Nothing. Goose Eggs, great. Foothills has a couple things it can fetch. Not enough to be worth jamming it. Jetmir's Garden does produce green for Oko. That might be good enough. 4-color control. Mana Vault is interesting. I like Fable too. Correct, Sir Fuzzalot. Blue-white control is typically... Shion's is typically like straight up blue-white Dirtle, yeah. Counters, removal spell, sweeper, couple planeswalkers. The more rampy, balancy stuff you have, the more splashes you have, the less it looks like what he was known for. Oh, that's true. We do have another green trio. Yeah, the Doko's looking free, huh? Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith plays really well with fourth and upheaval. I think it's a Grim Monolith deck. The Pest Infestation would be awesome too. It's crazy how different the deck looks with a Mana Vault and a Grim Monolith in it. So different. Library is interesting. There's a couple of Horizon lands. Yeah, let's do the library. Palace Jailer. The issue with Palace Jailer in a control deck is a lot of times you're like giving your aggro opponent a draw engine. So I'm not. It can still be very good. It's not like a dud or whatever. It's not like an unplayable. We gotta be like real careful with it. You don't have that issue with fourth because you play it on like turn 15 and they die. They just die to the fucking fourth. They can like hit you once and draw a card. You're like, whatever, attack you the second time, you're dead. Shouldn't we take the Kinnan for infinite colorless mana? No. Is it even infinite colorless mana? It's not, right? Kinnan only works with Basalt Monolith to go infinite. So Kinnan would make Mana Vault, tap for one more, Grim Monolith, Talisman, and Relic. Works with like 4 of our cards, and then it's a 2-mana 2/2 that plays terribly with our sweepers. No, I don't think it's good. Not here. I don't hate Snapcaster. I don't hate Skyclave either. Commercial District plays with both of our splashes, but it is another comes to play tap land. We're gonna have 3 of those. I don't know how many I can support, but we're nearing the edge. Maybe Razor Ridge Thicket's where it's at. I do need a few more playables though, don't I? Hey, it's a staff. Ooh, a little pee-hole action. We are Omnath colors. I wonder if I can wield that Omnath. I'm pretty sure you can snap Overload, yeah. The triple blue on Cryptic's awkward. Wandering Emperor is great, though. You cannot snap Overload. Well, shows me. I need one more playable. Yeah, fair enough, Marionok. Thanks for the correction. I think I'm going to jam this Aegis. I like it a little bit better when I've got more critters to equip. But I think if we're playing the Mentor and such, it's fine. And just like that, we had enough playables. Parallax Wave is really good against tokens. It's also really good in creature mirrors, because you can like remove your opponent's board for a couple turns while you kill them. It's a lot worse out of control. Sort of like a Cryptic Fog, right? Without the card draw. Relic Warder for the sideboard. Could take the Razor Ridge. I think we're good on green sources. I'm going to throw Skyclave in the board. Omnath did wheel. Canopy Sweet too. I'd like the Omnath a little bit better if we had an actual fetch for these duels. Now we have a couple cuts to make. These are all cards I could consider cutting here. Maybe I don't need Damn if I have Winds and Balance and Upheaval. Palace Jailer and Aegis both have their pros and cons for sure. How do these control piles tend to do? It depends. It kind of depends on like the kind of matchups you see. They can do really well. It'd be nice if we had some hard counters. This is like almost like a ramp or like a fucking like a combo control deck, right? As opposed to a pure combo deck or a pure control deck. We're like ramping into an end game. Yeah, I think the Omnath might be a bit of a strain since I don't have any universal fixers. Like we have 3 green, 4 green with Lotus Petal, but if you play the Omnath and the Oko, no, the Lotus Petal is getting, well, you use it for one, you can't use it for the other. I think we cut the Oko for that reason. And then this is like free for Oko, but it wouldn't be free for Omnath. We'd almost have to add more green sources. Cool. I need one more cut. I'm gonna leave it in Damn. Let's go ahead and cut Winds. I'll leave the value removal spells in. You think Lingering Souls looks like an auto include? There's There's no black sources in this deck, friend. Is this 3 mana make 2 1/1s? So this is 6 blue base. This would be 8 blue. 8 blue is enough here. Upheaval takes double, but it comes down post relic. This is 11 white. That's about right? Like 10 to 12 white. Maybe I'm gonna play a couple basics. Play a mountain and a fucking forest. Maybe that makes the Omnath look better. We have 2 red producing lands and 2 green producing lands. We have 9 land slots to work with. Go up to 9 blue. Oh, there is 3 green. Yeah. As a sweeper, dam is much better than wins. You're not giving your opponent a bunch of lands. If you're playing wins, it's for the versatility, where you're like, this will usually be a 2-drop, but then sometimes a 6-drop. Yeah, maybe playing one more green source than I need, but I think Oko is one of my better cards, and I think my mana is really good otherwise, so why not? You also really want to, like, you need to be able to play the Oko in the early game, right? If it's your play. Whereas 4th can, like, rot in your hand for forever, and then when you finally hit a red source, you can murder somebody. Yeah, I went up to 9 blue sources. Basic forest making me look stupid. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Web Coils, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 77 months there. Should I slam this thing? Yeah, people still Blightsteel. Yeah, I suppose I'm regretting not leaving on Mana Leak, huh? Story of Caleb. Not a ton of answers to this Chandra. We have 4th and we have Upheaval. Retrofitter can whittle at it, but I think we're just going to lose to it. Maybe if I'd held on a Mentor and got a token, I'd be okay. Now the Chandra's right here on the edge of an ult. Upheaval looking terrible with this board, right? Opponent would get a lot of stuff back. We kind of need a 4th here. Fire Covenant, sure. Balance here to make them discard their last card. Could be relevant, right? If they're about to ult Chandra. Snapping off that emblem. That's gonna kill me real fast, huh? No, stop drawing things! I want on tap with the sweet dragon! Them drawing like a land here would have been sweet. would have been kind of good if they drawn a land. That never happens. Every time someone ults a Chandra, they're guaranteed to hit runner spells for the rest of the game. There's never a brick. Unless it's my Chandra. In which case I'll draw like 4 lands and die. 100%. Alright, I think I want Skyclave in as like one more answer to an opposing Planeswalker. God, Aegis was so close to being amazing. It was so close to good. If they were not Chandra embleming all of my critters there, we would have gotten to use that sweet, sweet dragon. Aegis and Portable Hole both play really poorly with Upheaval. I think I'm going to cut it Upheaval here. And then I think I want Dig Through Time to find 4th a little bit more often. So my late game plan still has a chance. Love the sweepers. Let's do that, yeah. Life gain? We never needed life gain that whole game. Like, the Chandra Emblem was going to kill us whether we gained 4 life in there somewhere or not. The turn 1 Ragavan, so I can't even hold a Mana Leak here because I need to play the Retrofitter to break the Ragavan. Balancing on this turn 2 I think would be pretty suicidal. You sack a land, discard down to 2 cards, and you successfully answer the Ragavan, but I don't think well, they've already got that card stored in play under the Chrome Monks, right? What? I didn't even know you could pop that out. I played so much Magic online. I didn't know that was a thing you could just pop out. I'm so uncurious. I don't even know if I've even seen that arrow. If they don't answer this Oko, I think I'm going to get a really nice turn this next turn. New feature? I don't think it's new. I think I just never noticed it. Yeah, if they can't clear the Oko, then Oko is going to turn that Chrome Mox into a 3-3. This balance is going to get pretty good, I think. Ragavan hit me. I found a Lotus Petal. So I get 2 treasures. Petal would have been a great draw for me, too. You're learning? Everyone's learning, yeah. Currently a much better position than we were at last game, huh? They had a really good anti-balance start, too, with the Chrome Mox and the Ragavan. Zoko helped a lot. I wonder if that attack's bad. They can pay for this mana leak, but it's kind of like removing 2 treasure tokens if they do. No attacks? Yeah, the Oko just gets to keep doing its thing, and now we got Retrofitter and stuff. Hell yeah, World's Ugliest Man. Glad you had a pleasant day. Glad your day fucking rocked. What about cutting days on the draw? I almost like Relic Warder. What if we just, like, became a little bit more mid-rangey? We have 11 white sources here, right? Kind of want to cut a island in front of the plains. Where's the Greendale flag? It's like right over there. Still on my wall, just not in the screen. Why would I call someone the world's ugliest man? If I was going to call someone the world's ugliest man, it would be because they had just won the world's ugliest man competition. And it was a feature that they took great pride in. Kind of hate this opener. Just slow. Slow's not really where you want to be against the Ragavan deck. Spirit Staffs for Oko, but I think I want to lead on Archive. Go looking for some removal or some such thing. Okay. Might be sweeper or bust here for us. Like Dame or something. This is game 3. Might be balanced now. Literally just balance, Oh, sick. Alright, so we're going to be discarding down to 1 card, and the card that we're going to keep is Oko. I might as well play out this Hollowed Fountain, Or do we want to play the Mountain? We'll have all 3. We'll have all of our colors if we play the Mountain. We have double blue regardless, so. Okie doke. And now we just hope that the card that they have in their hand is not a Lightning Bolt. And we can resolve Oko and gain some life with it and stuff. That's a 4th land and a pass. It's a good start. Balance should cost them 18 life. Yeah, balance life totals. No, okay, okay. Could just straight up gain 6 here. Or I could swap for the generous. I'm just gonna gain 6. Chandra cometh. Well, that's fucking interesting. So basically the opponent has a turn to hit 1 damage. Because the Chandra can deal 2. We'll see. Solituding our own thing doesn't work because of this generous plunders. Very good, right? But the plunderer deals 4 damage on attack. Solituding our own thing only gains 3 life. It's got menace. You're not blocking it, right? Just not a line. They got me. They got something. Fury. Okay. That'll buy him another turn to find another burn spell. I don't know what you're talking about, Matt. I was responding to F3 saying we can always solitude our own thing, and I was explaining why that wasn't a line. Yeah, clench them buttholes. At least Fury can block a Ragavan. Rabblemaster, sure. They have Rabblemaster plus Dash Ragavan. 3 mana. Fire Covenant. Did they just misclick Fire Covenant? That's the win, right? Kill both creatures. Rabblemaster gets in for 1. I don't know what else it could be but a misclick. That's brutal. Maybe they'd never resolved the card before on Moto? A little bummed out by that win. It was such a good match up to that point. There's such a good game 3 anyway. Yeah, rough ending. We're certainly gonna. I mean, that's all the hand is doing, right, Mark? Like we can rep the reprieve on turn 1, but I literally have 2 cards here. I'm probably gonna play the Oko. I don't have chat open, Taylor Enbeam. Mighty convenient, Caleb. Awful way to win. I mean, I don't mind winning off of a misclick, but like after a long fucking epic game 3 like that, a little anticlimactic, right? I've certainly lost to misclicks plenty of times over the years. Part of the biz of Moto, right? The nature of the beast. I think I like leaving reprieve up here. Mistakes also happen in paper. They do, yeah. I've had a cracker of a cube season. I have, yeah. I was actually surprised. I looked at my reading when I went live today. It's like 1850. I was expecting it to be a bit higher. I had some scrub-a-dubs yesterday, though. Sure. Those are all excellent choices, Frankus. Can't go wrong. This is one of those spots where Palace Jailer is kind of awkward. I think with the Oko 3/3s and such, let's just say just something stupid, I guess. No, with Jailer, the exile is tied to the tied to the trigger, Tombstone. So whatever you do with the Palace Jailer is not going to impact. When they get the Monarch back, they'll get their thing back. Very different than this Assimilation Aegis, where they'll no bit longer be able to get their thing. Oh, I'm wrong about the Aegis? Oh, it's also part of the trigger? Sure, well, anyway. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it would work different. Has to be like the old wording, right? With a death trigger. Surrender your valuables if you value your life. Ding dong, the 6 is dead. Are you typing in the right chat, Peaceful Turnip? We're playing Vintage Cube here. You're fine, Turnip, you're fine. Like fucking Crabvine sideboarding. Now that would have been an exciting creature to get under the Aegis. I thought about it too, but it felt like denying it for a turn made sense. I guess we can just turn it into a 3-3 hum. Still winning the 3-3 war. Still my fucking food token. How dare they? Ooh. Kind of dig that. Just attacking with 1. You think Oko's a bad guy? No. Just likes Elks a lot. Y'all can't hate a friendly neighborhood planeswalker just for liking Elks a lot. It's not his fault the Wizards made him this busted. Look at those abs. How can he be a bad guy? Yeah, look at those cum gutters. Those are the cum gutters of a hero. That is bad for me. That's going to give them their Tireless Tracker back. It's probably okay. But now we have the Monarchy to deal with. I was talking about this is like a real big issue with Palace Jailer earlier, We could Mentor into Relic. I think I just want to cast Solitude for the turn. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to turn the Tireless Tracker into a 3-3 and then go Mentor, Relic, hold up Daze. Maybe that's better. Deck steals Relic. Well, then he doesn't have a fucking deck. It's fine. What's wrong with that? After this turn, it's no longer a trade. It's much worse. What are you talking about, Roro? Oh, the Teferi untap, sure. Yeah, that would have worked. Foul Caleb of the Swamp? Is that my new nickname? I don't think so, Hayes. Even when it looks like that might be the case, it pretty much never happens. They'll either have something that kills me or I'll end them. Kind of glad they're playing cards like Seething Song to play their Fury or easier. That one's pretty good. It's awkward, but I'm going to Daze here. And that'll prevent them from equipping to a creature and serving in and clearing my Teferi. Excellent. What did I call it? I didn't know I was going to rip it. You must think I'm so arrogant. Suppose. Yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to play Augmenter here. I'm just supposed to loot with Relic. Just killed the greatest thief in the universe. Yeah. And I'd fucking do it again. The balance was pretty good. Yeah, when you first pick a balance and get to build around it a bit, pretty good card. That was indeed game one. Thinking about Skyclave again. Thinking about wins. I think I'm going to do no changes. The Daze isn't very good on the draw, though. Counters are pretty good if they're, like, ramping into stuff, though, with, like, Seething Songs or whatever. And then you just counter what they ramp out. Yeah, fuck it. Back when Big One Lotus Petal? Sure. I mean, Balance was my first actual card. You're right, there was a Lotus Petal in there. Can't forget the petal. They're just off it. Man, no one wants to play me today. Really like the turn 3 Relic of Sauron into Oko line, if we can land that. I think I like that better than Teferi. I don't know if I've ever heard a less funny joke archetype than identifies as. I just wouldn't run it here. So cutie. Not a good strat. I'm just gonna make a food here. You could turn the monolith into a 3/3. That's exciting. You get to actually untap your 3/3 next turn, unlike this monolith. But I think this sets us up for this balance pretty well. We can balance and then make the food token a 3/3 next turn. Might even get to Daze, mount a land first. Really like the idea of bouncing a land, but I kind of like the idea of hiding a card on the Spellbinder too. I guess they would Spellbinder take the balance anyway. Oh, but then I could pay 4 mana for it, yeah. But then it's not hiding a card. Okay, yeah, this is good. You're never passing balance again? I mean, it is a build around, right? It is a very specific thing. Totally fine card to pass. I pass it often when I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to do whatever this is. Yeah, that game was brutal though, huh? Brutal game. Not sure whether it would have been a land or a snap here. I think it would have been... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's Talisman. Oh, that's my second blue source for the snap. I'll bin a land. It'll work out. Not the worst 6, huh? The Shahrazad players are still playing. The card didn't get less popular. It's just that they're eternally locked in extra games. I had a friend who had a fork Shahrazad deck, and he, the first day, he'd been building it and talking about it for like weeks, right? And the first day he got to play it at our local shop, he was all excited to like double fork a Shahrazad and stack all these extra games. And his opponent's just like looking at him like, okay, and then what happens? And then what happens? All right, I'm gonna scoop all of those extra games and then attack you for lethal. And the Shahrazad guy just looked so sad. He looked so crestfallen. He'd worked so hard and he was doing the thing. Super didn't matter. They've seen my plan, my beautiful plan. All my secrets have been probed. Magic is a cruel mistress, yeah. Much like the moon. Have I fucked the moon? A little bit. A little now and then. Someone's got to do it, right? This turn too, though. They're like, what do I resolve around this main link? Yeah, exactly. How'd all the craters get there? Interesting. I don't know if I would jam Skydiver if I'd seen a Talisman. Well, they have a plan, though. They've got a plan. Tomorrow is the last day for Cube until Wednesday. So, Cube is just going to be down for Tuesday, friend. How will we survive? Is Caleb the face you sometimes can see in the moon? Oh, no, no, no. You got it inverted. My moon is sometimes on the moon's face. Hey, Gargadano 1. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 47 months. How do I feel about this? This is probably bad. Could have just played Wandering Emperor this turn. Sure. Sure feels like I'm doing a whole lot of nothing over here. I can't even Wandering Emperor there is on because of the Flicker Wisp Blink. Suppose. Exiling the cheapest card because it's the best one post upheaval. Looks like... Oh, I do have a snooze left. I was going to say there's an ad coming up. And I don't even have a snooze, but I did. I did have one. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Ollie Aras, thanks for 45 months. Got a miscalc here for me. Bummer. How often do I play 41? Very rarely. I mean, like once a week. Basically, if I can't figure out the last cut, and I feel like it's damaging the content, it's just way better to play with 41. I wish I knew what my opponent was going to take. A minute long tank. That would be a good place to run an ad. Not break up the old gameplay. Ideally, I would remember to jam him during sideboarding, and that would just never be an issue. Hard to remember, though, especially when you don't have any sideboarding to do. It's like click, submit. Oh, right, damn. Balance? Yeah, balance or damn would both be good here. Sure. I don't like making my opponent's wage item. Is the issue there. One of the issues with my opponent's leyline binding is if I do upheaval, I just get my talisman back. I think they were worried about me snapcasting back the upheaval, though. Pretty reasonable concern. Y'all remember Shark Typhoon? That card was good, right? Why isn't that one in the cube? Was I the one who spoiled Shark Typhoon? I don't think so. I think I'd remember that. That card's fucked up. Shark Typhoon was another one of those cards that could be like good in control or combo, right? It was not a bad card to have in your Storm deck. Ollie? Oh yeah. People are always confusing me and Ollie. Very similar streamers. I did have the Shark Crab, yeah. It's because I look identical. We look very similar, yeah. I do think Ollie needs to step up his, his fitness resume. Take care of yourself, you know? But we can't all have sculpted guns, that's the word. Not like me. The board does indeed look aight for us. I wonder if this is too aggressive. I should just be making a food. I'm at 3 life over here. They have red mana now, if they're splashing 4th. Which I think we beat, right? With Reprieve into Solitude. Nice. Nice little trophy. First trophy of the day. Not bad. Not bad. And I beat the ad. Perfect. Perfect timing.